This framing looks good. This framing looks better. Why is that? The answer is colour. We see colour every day. Colour can be used to make us feel a certain way, sometimes in ways that we might unconsciously notice. This is why a visual storyteller is extremely important, to understand colour and all the different ways to use them.
Wait, you can't start without me, especially this lesson. Anyway guys, for some filmmaker and color grader, it's very important, and the most stressful thing about color, it's picking up the right color, color grading and color correction. Remember guys, safety before everything. For today, we're gonna be talking about the basic of color schemes. As you know, there are colors that are friendly together and colors that are a bit more aggressive. I could punch you right now. I know you can't move.
But I can.
Whoa. But there are so many exceptions on this theory. Before we start, we'll have to go and talk about color wheel. What is a color wheel? It's basically a bunch of colors put together. How they start with? Primary colors, red, blue and yellow. Those primary colors mixed together create some secondary colors. Those secondary colors mixed with primary colors and themselves create some more colors. All of those are inside the color wheel. Now, what we're gonna be exactly talking about is complementary colors. What that means, essentially, when you take two colors from the color wheel that are opposite to each other, what does this create contrast. Therefore, you'll have more depth into your image, and more depth means more cinematic. So the way I'm going to be showing you these guys today is through the core of our training is the 2 light RGB setup. Now, yes, you could use these lights, put gels on them and try to move these heavy equipment, but what I do is I use RGB. RGB are perfect. They come with a little controller over here, and I can adjust not only 1 but 2 RGB lights at the same time. And also for practicality and efficiency, they're light to use and light to carry. Now, going back to our complementary colors, what we're gonna be working with is one of the most famous effects made famous by one of the most important and watched movies, Transformers, and is the tilt and orange. The tilt and orange effect is an effect that has been used with blockbusters movies. One of the most famous travel videographers, Sam Codler, uses this one all the time. And some of the videographers out there might want to say that this effect looks, it's been used and over abused, so it doesn't look as nice as much anymore, but you must admit this looks very cool. Basically what you're trying to do is to pull your shadows into the blues and try to put the midtones into the orange. Now, as we said before, those two colors are opposite side on the color wheel, so they create contrast. Contrast, we say equal depth, depth equal cinematic. So now let's go cinematic and find out what's all about. So, when looking at the theory of the color, this goes even deeper. In fact, blue, it's always seen as a shadow, darkness, mystery. We all agree that blue fits well within the shadows. On the opposite side, we got the yellow or orange. This is more warm and happiness. So it's a great choice to lead the subject with a yellow light key light. Now, what we're doing is we're making the subject pop. A good cinematographer not only creates the look, but it also guides the eyes of the viewers where he wants to, and that makes the whole difference. Now, this is one of the looks, the tilt and orange, one of the many. If we try to change colors, this is like, for example, a red and a blue, this is what we'll get. And if we are in the same shots, as you can see, red and blue creates a lot of contrast, a very, very deep contrast. This light, of course, is more contrasty, creating more depth, but it doesn't look that attractive to the eyes. and the same will work for a magenta and a green. And this looks great as well. What we did again is we picked two colors from the color wheels that are complementary, so they are opposite side to each other, and we created this very hard contrast, creating a depth. This one looks even more artificial than the red and the blue, but it's something that sometimes you want to go for like different kind of scenes. Now, if you feel like very experimental, what you can try to do is increase it even more. How do we do that? Very simple. We don't have a key and a backlight, but now we have two rim lights, and with these two rim lights we create such a good contrast. Let's try, and let's go cinematic in 3, 2, 1. As I said before, RGB lights are great because they're practical and you can do everything in camera rather than doing everything in post with color correction and color grading, like this. Anyway guys, this is it. We learned some basics of colors, we learned some basics of two lights with RGBs. It was very nice to be part of this tutorial. Thank you to... Is a mannequin again? Really? I shall post some more tutorials soon here at FAV. Guys, I'll let you decide. Is it gonna be practical lights or is it gonna be color? We're gonna talk about color in there. You decide. Again, I have more
I can do it, Marco.
Stronger. You're stronger than that. That's it. That's it. That's the one. Okay? Ready? Okay, that's cool.